What's up, everybody? NJ Sweats back with a UFC fight night. Biggest degenerates in New Jersey. Joey,
hmm
start us off and tell us how you did last week.
Last week was a little bit rough. I think I went fucking all right. I'll start you off with like Jillian fucking Robertson. Looked great, dominated Courtney Casey, and then Courtney Casey just gets slapped on the ground in the third round. Robertson takes her back, chokes her out super quick. 26 seconds left. I had to go the distance. That killed me not only straight up, but in like all of my parlays. So that sucked. But then, we came back, we rallied. The law was a big one, but it was a mediocre card. Then like
Yeah,
mainly even.
last week was a complete roller coaster.
It was.
I gotta apologize to you guys that $200 Max Rokoff bet.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
uh, I'm upset that he quit at the
He's
end of the second round. That was the quickest $200 I lost.
filled with controversy. Uh,
I chased it with the main event,
um,
Blades.
yeah. Oh, you did. You were sweating that fifth round big
Yeah,
time.
I
That was
basically put it all on the money line, all 500 of it on the money line, and went up
it's-
100 because of that, but not proud of it.
you did not enjoy seeing Blades take that shin to the face in the fifth.
Holy shit, I was
Uh,
sweating.
yeah,
All right, so
could have gone
show
better.
setup. You know the show setup. We both get three fighters, one parlay, and one underdog.
Yep.
Joey
Um,
started off.
Start you off here. First fight of the night. I have a habit of doing this with the first fight. It's usually lately it's been people making their UFC debuts, and this card is no different. So I will go with Kay Hansen here over Jinyu Fry. Um, the reason I like Kay Hansen here, she's a natural strawweight. She's been fighting 115 in Invicta her entire career. She's 6-3. She's going against Jinyu Fry, who's 35 years old. Kay Hansen's 20 years old. But Jinyu Fry is 9-4 in MMA professionally. Usually I favor like experience and uh, time spent training. But in this weight, Jinyu Fry is a natural atom weight. She's an atom weight champ at 105 in Invicta, but Hansen that is a natural 115er, and she's like a weight advantage here. I think it's a big deal. And Jinyu Fry has a habit of like getting pinned up against a cage, where Kay Hansen is mainly a ground fighter. She will take you down, and she'll pretty much like dominate you on the ground, training on 10th Planet. And they're both making their UFC debuts here, and they've both been fighting in Invicta for a good amount of time. So I feel confident with Kay Hansen minus like 170, 180, or depending on your book. But bigger girl, good on the ground. Stylistically, I think she matches up really well. And Kay Hansen probably has a future here in the UFC. Not that Jinyu Fry doesn't, but I think Kay Hansen has a brighter future at 20 years old in the UFC.
Yeah,
So,
I could get down with that pick.
yeah.
Kay Hansen, I feel like I'm more comfortable betting women's favorites in the UFC. I
Mm,
think they get a little bit less action than men's.
that's probably true.
Um, yeah, so Jinyu Fry, her last win, she came off a unanimous decision,
hmm
but she was like a minus 300 favorite, and she did not look convincing in that fight.
Yeah.
So
That's,
you go from a minus 300 favorite, and now you're plus 135. Uh,
yeah.
6 years elder. Um,
I mean, she probably walked around 125. So,
yeah, I mean, she has to go up a weight class. I could just see Kay Hansen taking her down and maybe holding her like Gillian Robertson last week.
yeah.
Taking her down, dominating on the ground for like a whole round or two.
Yeah, I agree. I don't hate like Kay Hansen by like submission. I don't know what the odds are there, but uh I expect her to like take her down like kind of at will and just kind of like dominate like positionally.
Hmm.
That's that's just that's what Kay Hansen does.
So I'll
That
tell you about my first fight.
yeah.
Takashi Soto.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Joey has Brahimaj.
A little
So
bit of a spoiler alert.
we're against each other this week again.
Again.
We split 1-1 last week against each other,
The law came in big for me, saved my night.
and the Canadian bro came in for me.
That's true.
So Takashi Soto versus Brahimaj, striker versus grappler right here.
Yeah, pure. Although I will say Takashi is I believe he's a black belt in judo, but he doesn't seem to use it.
So there's money coming in on Brahimaj. Opening line was -185 Soto, and then now it's -140, dropped 40 points. So this is Brahimaj's first UFC fight, and he has all of his 8 professional wins is all by for submission.
Yeah.
So the thing I'm worried about with Soto
It's on you.
is his takedown defense, and him getting submitted. But I believe Soto's striking is just so much better than Brahimaj that he could just keep it on the ground, and maybe he could use the fence and the clinches to hold himself up.
That was a strength of his.
Yeah. So with the smaller cage, that could be one thing. And also, Soto is coming in all. He has better fights in UFC. He just versed Bilal Muhammad. We saw Bilal Muhammad last week. He went to unanimous. He lost. He didn't go to unanimous decision. He actually lost in the 3rd round submission. But a minute 50 left. The fight was almost over. Hung in there with like a top 15 guy almost. And I'm banking on him to get the stand up on the feet and just knock Brahimaj out. But I'm taking the money line -140 right now.
Yeah, I'll just go off that and saying that I like Brahimaj here. That line movement is a bit attractive to me, I will say. I'm looking at +150 down to +110. But I just he gets on you and he looks to finish you immediately as soon as he gets to your back. And that's just I don't know. After hearing you say that you like Takashi, I will say it'll probably be much harder to get him to the ground if he does get him against the cage. But I don't know. I think mainly the line movement is the thing that's selling me here. And yeah, I don't know. I'm rolling
the
with
thing I'm worried about is
+110.
I think the thing that worries me about Sato is his striking defense, and I don't think Brahimaj has that offense to go along with that defense with Sato. That bad defense. I don't think he has the capable striking to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
I think this is this is probably closer than what the line indicates.
Yeah.
We're both just leaning in opposite directions, and you guys decide who you want to take.
Yeah. That's good advice.
So my next fight is Shawn Woodson. This is 480, -480, but I think Shawn Woodson is the up-and-comer that you want to bet on in this card. You want to put him in parlays. You might not want to be the psycho like me and you see a -480 fighter and you put 500 on him to win that $100.
Right.
You not want to do that, but I think this guy's the parlay piece for you guys.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So I'm going to talk about
7-0 professionally.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about Luis Pena, another up and comer, another prospect later in this video. But
I love that guy.
But Shawn Woodson is the prospect. I think a lot of other fights that have big lines, they don't really get finished that quick. You saw Sean O'Malley finish them, but Amanda Nunes didn't finish Spencer. The Dvalishvili didn't finish the guy who versus Lopez. So
Yeah.
I think Shawn Woodson, just grinds it out, wins in decision. This guy is 7-0 all time, 1-0 in the UFC. The reach advantage is just ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
78-69, and then the height advantage. He's the tallest guy in his weight class. He's 6'2".
Yeah. Yeah. He's got like a weird frame. Like
Mm-hmm.
really weird frame. Yeah, I'll bounce off that and say that I love Shawn Woodson too. Like I don't think we're gonna get like a Frank Camacho, Justin Jane type
Oh,
scenario.
no.
I think Shawn Woodson's a pretty good pick here. That's I'm definitely throwing him in like a lot of parlays, but as my third pick, I'm going actually TKO -110 for Shawn Woodson because I just think that Arosa coming in on short notice. He probably trains. He's probably ready for this, but at the same time, Woodson's striking is just probably so much more superior. And it's not like Arosa hasn't been around. He's been in the UFC before. I think he fought in the Ultimate Fighter, an Ultimate Fighter season at one point. But I look at some of his past fights. He, lost to Devontae Smith in 46 seconds. TKO punches. Julio Arce, who is a Gold Glover in boxing at one point, but he's primarily a grappler. Lost to a head kick 149 in round 3. I think he is he's open to getting hit, and I think the length is going to be a real problem for him. And Shawn Woodson is he's called the sniper for a reason. He's a really good striker, so really clean and crisp. So, and once he gets going, I think it's another one of that Sean O'Malley scenarios where it feels too easy and like too good to be true, but at the same time, how like it's either points or decision. So
Yeah.
I think there's like a lot of value in -110 for TKO.
So the reason I was looking at decision is Daniel Pena goes to decision a lot. He lost 3 unanimous decisions.
Luis Pena.
Yeah. And he only has 2 submission victories.
Mm-hmm.
So he only has 2 finishes.
Yeah.
And 3 unanimous decisions. I mean, it could go either way, but the juice is way higher on the unanimous decision. I mean, on the decision. So.
Yeah. I just kind of love that -110. I don't know. I I know what you're saying, but like it's a high chance like scenario. I feel like that like you could find him just like finishing Arosa within like a round, maybe 2 rounds, where like Arosa just he's getting picked apart and just there's that thing where like when you're getting picked apart like that and you can't fire shots back,
Yeah.
it becomes like super frustrating and it can just make you wilt. And I think Shawn Woodson's kind of that guy that will make you wilt and he'll just keep sniping you.
So my last fight, I'm excited for this fight.
Mm.
My man's Mike Perry.
Oh boy,
Platinum Mike Perry.
selling some shit lately.
Yeah, so if you guys follow his Twitter, he tweeted out him. We exchanged messages. Him getting all bruised up, knuckles bruised, face bruised.
Dude, I don't even know if he was training. He might have just fell on concrete.
No, that was before quarantine apparently.
Ah, okay, it wasn't recent. Probably fell off a skateboard.
So the story along with that, he was drunk as shit in the club. He was basically peeing on the floor.
Okay, happens.
Said some shit to the bouncers, making fun of that. It was like, how much you get paid here? And 2 bouncers got in a fight with him, jumped him or whatever. And I don't know what exactly happened, but there was like a street brawl, him versus like these 2 giant bouncers.
Like probably won.
It looks like he got beat up, honestly.
Yeah.
But this guy's a psycho.
Savage.
He lost his last 2 fights.
Mm-hmm.
But
really good fights.
Yeah,
Um,
Goff Neal. I mean, Jeff Neal hands of steel.
yeah, no one's that dude's on such a roll right now. No one's beating him.
So
And then
you
it
were
was
talking about Mike Perry not having a corner, and
that's worrying to me, to say the least.
but my perspective is I texted you earlier in the week.
Uh,
Maybe he doesn't have a corner because he doesn't want one of his corner mans to get COVID.
Personally, I think that's madness, but
But it's not. He has to quit the fight if one of his guys gets COVID.
I totally like that's a totally like realistic scenario, but like the thing I'm like she's just walking around like he keeps posting pictures. She's just walking around Las Vegas like there's
One
nothing
thing
going
I have
on.
to ask you is, if he doesn't have a corner, does he have a cut man?
I would assume so.
The UFC provide you with a cut man?
Yeah,
Okay, I think it has to. He has to have one. I don't
yeah.
think it's legal without one.
I think you need one. Yeah,
I was
that's
worried about that for a second. Okay, but let's talk about his opponent for a second, Mickey Gall. This
mhm.
guy got fucked up by Diego Sanchez,
that. Yes, that's true. That
and
is
he
true.
was a 2-1 favorite, and he lost.
Yeah.
Uh, do you see a win pathway for Mickey Gall?
Well, little spoiler alert. Mickey Gall is my underdog of the night.
What the fuck?
So
He never
I I I do see a pathway.
he never won by KO or TKO.
That's true.
So
But yeah,
tell me what you're thinking.
he's been training with Joe Schilling. Well, not recently. He's been
Joe Schilling, he was just on Rogan today.
he was good guy.
I'll listen to
Um,
that tomorrow.
yeah. But he's been training in New Jersey recently. His BJJ is no joke. So, although I mean, Mike Perry's a great grappler too. But if I, it's not necessarily like I just feel like there's so much going on in Mike Perry's head right now. Maybe he thrives in that situation when there's all this chaos
I
going
think
on.
he does.
He probably does, but like between like his girlfriend, like cornering him, if there is like trouble, like if there is he gets into trouble, like because Mickey Gall does train with Joe Schilling and he's good kickboxers, and the problem in the Diego Sanchez fight was that he gassed down. So if he has that under control and like he has like his wind, there will be that there is a path if he if he
So you think
can
he
keep his
clips him?
cardio. Huh?
You think he clips him or gets him to the ground?
I think ideally he would get him to the ground, but I can see him like maybe standing with him. But if there's like troubled waters for Mike Perry and what's his girlfriend gonna say? Like, baby, I love you. Like, relax. Like, you're in a fight. You need like advice and like real motivation from guys. Like he was on Ariel and he's Ariel Helwani's show and he's like, she wrestled in high school. It's like, okay, I I don't know that. So it's not mainly like Mickey Gall that I love. It's just the fact that like Mike Perry's like just and he's like super focused on Darren Till right now. Like I
Hmm.
talk about Darren Till and like how Darren Till's like all in his head and shit. Like
Yeah,
that worries me.
I think for me, I think Mike Perry or Poirier loses because those are the
Yeah.
two biggest fights on the card.
I will say, like, I don't love the Mickey Gall fight because Mike Perry's a fucking psychopath and he'll come
Yeah,
out and just like just throw bombs and like he will show Mickey Gall shit that Mickey Gall's never seen. And that could be a real bloodbath if he gets going. I just like with all the shit that's going on with
I
Mickey
think this guy
Gall,
needs a win. This guy needs a win, Mike
Mike
Perry.
Perry.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, he it's I'm actually really looking forward to that fight. It's gonna be
yeah, Sam.
yeah. I just think like plus 250 for Mickey Gall with all this shit. I
Yeah,
can't not take that.
he's 5-2 in UFC, but he hasn't fought anybody good really.
Yeah, I mean, he beat Sage Northcutt, who got like who's not even in the UFC anymore.
He beat a bunch of guys that aren't even in the UFC anymore. He beat CM
Yeah,
Punk. He beat CM Punk.
that's true.
That's
That's
him.
true. Yeah, I mean, Mickey. But yeah, they're the same age. Also, they're both 28. I thought Mike Perry was like 35.
Yeah, same. I thought Mickey Gall was. No, I
I
guess
thought
he was 28, but
I still thought
yeah, I
Mickey Gall
thought
was younger.
I also did thought Mike Perry was like 35 too.
Yeah, like Mickey Gall looks a bit younger too. He might be a little bit fresh. I don't know. I just think plus 250.
Let's wrap this thing up. Give us a parlay.
Give us all right. Shawn Woodson, easy. I think he's here to win. I'm going Ramiz Brahimaj, Takashi Shoto. Go the distance as a no. That's mainly because I think he either gasses out and gets pieced up or he submits him. And then I'm going Mo Green and Gian Volante under 2.5 rounds because I think one of those guys is getting knocked out. And all together, that comes to plus 177. I like that a lot. You got Mo Green, Gian Volante swinging bombs at each other, both capable of getting knocked down at any time. Plus 177. That's a parlay.
That's better odds than mine.
It's yours.
So I'm going with my man's Mike Perry.
Of course.
Just the money line, the shmoney line.
Playing that line.
Minus 315. You know what I did Monday, Joey?
What? What did you do?
I put 300 on Mike Perry's money line before it hit.
Oh my god!
Before it hit 300, it was 286. I was like, this motherfucker's going to 300, and it did. It's at 315 now. So I got that bet in.
Yeah.
Sean Woodson.
Liked it.
We talked about it earlier. I think that's the glue piece to these money lines, to these parlays.
Totally.
Throw in his money line, and then I got a little new one for you guys. I think the Poirier Dan Hooker, Dirty Dan Hooker, is not going to go the distance. I think somebody's getting knocked out.
Totally capable.
Yeah,
both capable of it.
Poirier's last 3 fights been TKO victories. Hooker's 5 of 8 has been ended TKO, and including in those 5 of 8, 4 of his become victories. I think I want to bet Hooker, but I think Poirier is better. So I'm just gonna root for the knockout. Why not?
Yeah, that's entertaining. A lot more entertaining than like betting go to decision and like and having to wait for the fight to end. You don't want anything to happen. So
they need a good main event, man. These last two main events,
I think
actually.
Yeah. What was it? Nunes.
That was horrible. That was horrible. The Cavillo one was a joke.
Yeah, and then Blades. It was
Blades started out good, and then it was just like trash.
3 great cards, like capped off with like subpar main events. Maybe this one will be great throughout.
Great main event. So my parlay is plus 117.
All right.
Plus, what are you gonna do?
Wait, what is it again? One more time.
It's Mike Perry, Sean Woodson, and no to go to the distance, Dan Hooker, Poirier, and it is plus 117.
I like that.
Like
your dog.
Yeah.
I gave my dog plus 250. Mickey Gall, maybe.
Oh shit.
Possibly.
No, I'm going with the Death Star. Comma Worthy he's fighting out of Philly, right?
I'm not sure.
I know he fights all the Philly guys. He got knocked out by Paul Felder.
He did fight Paul Felder at one point. Maybe he is from Philly. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So I'm fading Luis Pena. Coming off a unanimous decision. This guy's 26. This guy has a lot to learn.
Yeah.
His nickname is. These are 2 cool nicknames in this fight. Violent Ross and
I love that. He's recently been adopted by the Ben Askren family.
No.
Well, not really. Like Ben on the Twitter. On the Twitter. No, Ben Askren has like his group of like Afro fellow fighters. So it's like Sean O'Malley, Chase Hooper. Like I think Angela Hill's in it now. And he's recently joined the Funky Bunch as the stepchild. I don't know. Really fun.
So this card has so many 2-1 favorites, 3-1 favorites. Who's
Yeah,
falling? I think
that's
Pena is gonna fall. I think Pena is the hype guy. You got to fade the hype guy. Mike Perry's also the hype guy, but I'm
yeah,
fading this hype guy. And Worthy 6'3". You know, I mean that
yeah,
doesn't too much, but
yeah. Honestly, let's like talk about that real quick. That like we both kind of agree that like one dog has the win. Like one big dog, especially on a card
I
like
mean
this.
everybody's parlaying those money line straight. I mean, there's so many in this card.
Right. And obviously the books don't want those money lines, those easy money lines to come in.
Yeah, definitely.
So
And
like
the more the money lines win, the more the liability builds up to the main event and the
yeah.
event.
And this is like one of those main events where I think either guy can win. So that could be the upset, you know.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
that's something to pay attention to as the card goes
yeah.
on.
So also, please go on William Hill's Twitter page,
Mm,
and Friday night or Saturday morning, and then right before the fight Saturday, they come out with the betting splits and the percentages of what the public bet. So we don't have that information right now.
right.
We're just assuming what with the public betting,
Mm,
and we usually that
football.
factors into our picks. If one fighter has 99%, who had 99%? Anthony Ivy a couple weeks ago. He had 99%,
True. Got knocked
and
down the first
he
round.
got knocked out in the first round. You never want to bet. If it's too easy, don't bet it.
Right.
So that's why I looked at Lens this week. I mean, that's a weird line for me. He was minus 200 against Orlowski. Isn't
True.
Orlowski better than Bozer?
Um, I don't know.
I think it's too easy. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
that's
that's,
something to
so
probably
where's my pick? We'll see how it is. The fights before that, if they need a dog,
right.
I'll bounce on Worthy more. I'm gonna play it a little bit, but if money lines are straight winning, winning, and then the Worthy fight comes up,
Hmm.
might have to double down on them.
Right. Yeah, totally agree. And Kama Worthy is definitely capable of. When the line's open, I love Luis Pena, but then as you do your research and all that, you see that Kama Worthy definitely has potential to be the upset of the
Yeah,
night.
he hasn't lost a fight since 2017. I mean,
Yeah, he's on a roll. He comes in UFC. He's been a big dog. I think he's got one fight in the UFC.
yeah, he won it now.
Yeah, I think I had him when he beat. I'm not sure. There's another. I think it was a guy who was making his UFC debut as well. I'm not sure.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith?
Holy fuck, he was a minus 500. He was a plus 500 underdog.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Knocked him out in like 30 seconds, right?
Man, I don't know if I like that now.
Well, I don't know. Now I'm on the other way because I'm like, he's done it before.
Yeah, I don't like people coming. I don't like
He's got hands.
two like crazy upsets back to back.
Yeah.
So he came out with this upset and he knocked him out in the first round, you're saying, and didn't even have enough respect to make the line more closer.
Hmm. Yeah,
That that
that's
were
true. Well,
okay.
I think that really speaks to like Bob Ross. Bob Ross. Luis Pena's like kind of hype train because I personally love Luis Pena and
Yeah.
still I'm rooting for him. I want him to win the fight because I think he's really entertaining. He's like a really good Twitter personality, really good like fight personality that the UFC can definitely market. Really like interesting to watch on the ground. His striking could use some work, but he just seems like a guy who knows how to like get different angles and hit from different angles. So like I think he's really fun to watch, but you know, Kama Worthy is a good striker.
Mm.
Yeah.
I might walk back on my pick right there.
Yeah, well,
Follow
keep
MJ Sweats and we'll give you out a live dog for you guys.
yeah, we'll have our landline hooked up.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll tweet this week. Who knows? And tweet last week. So
Okay,
I
guys.
don't know.
That's it for us. You got anything else?
Got nothing else to say.
All right. we'll be back for UFC 251 July 11th.
Yeah, that's a busy week.
We
Is it
will. Yeah, we're
cards
gonna
on the
be ready
11th,
for that. We're
15th,
gonna
and
have a
18th?
fight party and everything.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys. Peace.
Peace.